Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another deck profile for you guys. I am featuring the Sky Striker list that I used to play against Nyhmnim or Gage, as you may also know him in last week's Versus, where I do other content creators. For the match against Nyhmnim, I chose to play Sky Striker because that was a deck that I know him for, because I knew him as the guy that had a full pimp, beautiful Sky Striker deck. And yeah, I built the Striker deck especially for the Zoo matchup. I'm not playing any super heavy decks like there could be only one, which is basically an instant win in Zoo against Zoo. And yeah, I just made a quick list. This isn't the best, but people have been asking me to feature it, so that's why I'm featuring it. And I cannot wait until Joshua Oster's comments how bad the list is or how good it might be. And yeah, this is a list that I would bring to a tournament right now. There might be some changes, like for example, forbidden droplets can be put in if you have some trouble against Dragoon. But you should definitely side stuff like that or Dark Ruler no more. I'm just a more like mid-game, grind game deck list is what I've built of it. And yeah, I feature mostly on just like the slower decks. If you are a Sky Striker player, you know that this deck will probably not be as good as you're hoping it to be, especially without Engage. And yeah, I think that this deck is not in the best of spots right now. It was a lot of fun to play though, and I did want to feature my deck list. There are probably a lot of things that need to be different, but since people asked, I figured why not share it anyway. If you want to make it a little bit more competitive, you should probably main something like Dark Ruler No More or Forbidden Droplets or maybe even Mystic Mine. But this is just a list that I came up with, and I'm playing some cards that I would really like to play in this deck. And overall, it's a lot of fun. Can definitely win a couple of games, but don't expect to win an Extravaganza with this list anytime soon. As a little bit close off before we go into the deck list, I will be moving this week. So this view and the beautiful blue curtains that you all come to love will be gone very soon. This actually will be the last video with that, so kind of a memorial video as well. The new setup is going to be very fire, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming very soon. But yeah, let's go into the deck profile. But before we go into the deck profile, of course I have to shout out my sponsor, which is yourplaymat.com, which is the most amazing sponsor I have ever had. They make custom playmats and custom sleeves that you can order yourself and design yourselves, and they will send up a very nice playmat. The link is in the description down below. If you use that link, you support me, but you also get a nice 5% or 10% off, which is really nice. And they are gonna work with me in the very near future, so you're gonna definitely hear more of them soon. Link is in the description. Go check them out and give them some love. For the deck list, we are playing Ray, which makes sense. I'm playing triple Ray, and I'm only playing one Rose, which is the Sky Striker monster lineup. Ray, of course, is more important than a Rose. And yeah, I just figured that one Rose would be enough at all times. And I'm not really used to Rose. There's a lot of untapped potential with him in my deck list, or her, I'm not really sure. And I really like the card. It's a solid, it's another striker, but it's more of a late game. You want to see Ray more, but there are some cool combos with it. I'm playing a couple of hand traps. I'm playing triple Ash for being the best hand trap, playing double Vader, and I'm playing Ghost Ogre. Reason why I'm playing so many is because I am playing the Halka-Fibrex Selene package, so we are required to play Vader. I don't think this is a good card this format, so I just wanted to play two. And I really like Ogre because it's really solid against multiple decks. For example, it's good on a Zodiac, but it's also good versus Dragon Link. So yeah, I just wanted to play some hand traps in there. Two active cards. And the last card that I play, people are gonna hate me for this, but it's Diabolos, Dark Lord of the Dragon. If a dark monster is distributed on your side of the field, you can special summon him from either your hand or your graveyard, and you can tribute a dark monster to let your opponent stack a card from their hand or bottom a card from their hand to their deck, which is really good. He's a 3000 attacker, so what you do is you have your Ray, you attack with Ray, you use its effect to summon a striker monster by tributing Ray, then you can summon the Diabolos and attack for more. Then in the main phase 2, he removes himself from the field, which is nice and handy for your Sky Striker spells. So I like this card. It's good for damage dealing and damage output, which is something the deck sometimes has trouble with. Is why I put it in. And for the late game, it's also really nice because you can basically always just make him live by sending your Sky Striker to the graveyard and then just summoning a Ray. It's just more damage output. I really like this card, and I just thought it was funny to try and explore it again. And yeah, shout out to Diabolos. I really like him. For Striker spells, we play triple Widow Anchor, which is the best Striker spell as of. Triple Shark Cannon, because banishing cards from the grave is really, really important, and using their bodies or summoning into your field helps as well. Triple Area 0, of course, the 3-off. Then the 1-offs, 1 multi-rule, 1 Hornet Drones. I am playing 1 Eagle Booster because I like the card, and it's really one of those good targets to search in the end phase and just immediately activate to set something else with the multi-rule, or just set it and survive for another turn. So I really like that card. Then I only play 1 Afterburners. I'm not playing Jamming Waves, which is a card that you should probably include in the side deck. Just maining 1 Afterburners, maybe even 2 would be great, really depending on the matchups. But I really like the card. It's also just a spell that you can just activate, and that doesn't stick on the field, or that doesn't require any other conditions to be met. Then the 2 bonus Striker cards are Rota and Terraforming for the additional Area 0 and the Ray. Then for the draw power, I'm playing Double Desires, and another card that I am playing is 1 Avarice. I don't want to play the Sky Base because it's an okay card, but it's kind of specific, and this also really helps with reshuffling your extra deck, which is really, really nice, and it also helps returning the Rays to the deck for the field spell, or with hand traps to the deck and just drawing more cards. So I'm just playing it as a one-off as of now, which I really liked so far. I'm playing the Triple Cyclone. Just put this card in every main deck at this point because this card is really good. Then some generic spells. I play Double Book of Moon because it's a spell and it's sort of like a trap, which is nice. I do play the Foolish Burial, and the last card is Called by the Grave. Foolish Burial I use to either send Ray if I only have drone access, or if I don't have Ray access, or I use it to send Diabolos, which is really, really nice. And then you can easily set him up too. And the last 3 cards of the deck are the best trap of the format, which is Solemn Strike, just negating summons and outing stuff that is really, really solid. I really like this card, and it felt nice in this deck. I didn't want to play too many traps because you need spells on the grave. I was thinking about playing something like Foolish Burial Goods or Droplets again, but for the deck I played against Gage, I kind of had Zoo in mind, of course. I didn't want to build my deck towards that, but I didn't want to put in like losing cards as bad as well. For the extra deck, triple Kagari, triple Shiz, 1 Kaina, and triple Ayate and triple Shizuku. Which is just, I think, a very normal lineup. I don't think you should play 2 Kaina. You can cut like 1 Hayate maybe, but I like it like this a lot, and it worked out for me really, really well. The 1 of Zeke, which is a really, really solid card. I really like it. Then I play 1 Phoenix, 1 Helka Fibrex, 1 Celine, and 1 Access Code to Talker to round everything up. For the side deck against Gage, I used a couple of traps for going first. I had Summon Nimitz in there, which is a good card in this deck. I had some board clears like the Lightning Storms. I didn't get those cards out because this deck honestly went straight back into the binder, so I didn't really prepare a side deck for that. But just like generic good outs, Kaijus work really, really well in this deck as well. A removal, evenly matched, stuff like that. Stuff that you can just use and break opponents' board with, and then get their control back and diminishing their resources and just getting more resources with the Rays and the Strikers and the draw spells. So yeah, that is my take on the Sky Striker deck. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have asked for this deck list, so enjoy. It's a very, very fun deck. I like it. It just leaves a lot to be desired because it's not as good as it used to be, definitely without Engage. So yeah, I really would like Engage to come back, and then this deck would be fine, probably. Maybe Engage at 1 will be too good, we will see. But as of now, I don't think the deck is the best. It's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it's just not good enough anymore. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any tips, be sure to let them know in the comment section down below. Again, I'm not a Sky Striker expert, and don't hate on me too much. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.